For the next few weeks, we're going to cover information on financial planning. And to set the foundation for this topic, Chris Otto from Banco Investment Services, a non-bank subsidiary of Bank of Hawaii, is here with us. And we're going to begin this by talking about what financial planning is. And Chris, I guess the first question would be, what does this whole process entail?
The world of finance can be as complicated or as simple. It depends on the client's needs and their expectations ultimately. The process of financial planning boils down to a financial advisor providing insight and using different tools at their disposal to help a client clarify their investment goals and hopefully reach them.
If you decide to work with a financial planner, what should you expect from that person?
Well, generally speaking, most financial planners follow a 6-step process. The first process is really defining the client relationship, really laying out what the client is going to be responsible for and the role and duties of the financial advisor.
Step 2, you gather what client data, whatever documents you might need.
Exactly, Grace. Step 2 is really the information gathering point. We're going to be asking for information like, their tax returns, investment statements, bank accounts, but also things like, what's important to them, whether it be family goals or personal financial goals. Getting to know the client and their objectives, of course, is going to be the second step.
Third, you got to evaluate your own financial status currently, right?
Your financial advisor is going to work with you, and using all that information that he or she just gathered, they're going to be looking at, things like your income and your expenses, also your assets, your liabilities. They might even be looking at your taxes as well as estate planning things and trying to figure out where you are.
Step 4 is to develop recommendations.
Yeah, so that's really where the next few steps is where the rubber meets the road. And so the financial advisor using all that information that they just gathered, and that's where they develop recommendations. And the next step, that fourth step, is where they present their recommendations and really work with you on fine-tuning. Are those recommendations on par? Is that what you're looking for? And then make any adjustments as needed.
Okay, then you just monitor it, right?
Yeah. Step 5, of course, is implementing. And so you got to put those into action, and a lot of people do it at different time frames. But at the end of the day, the final step is all about monitoring, making sure that you stay on track, and making sure that, if you are heading towards your goals, that you continue on a straight path and that you don't get off track too often.
Okay, sounds good. We want to thank Chris Otto for being on today. Then next week, we're going to talk about how to prepare for financial planning by getting all your documents in order. Probably not so easy. So I'm Grace Lee with Chris Otto for Smart Money Monday. Thanks for joining us.